Man, I did not realize until now that I had so much dust on my face. Okay, I think that's a little better. It just looked purple somehow. It's probably this light. Tornado Watch Live. All right. I don't think anybody's here yet. And if they're like most people today, it's pretty warm. Now, for me, I love it. I'm happy. All right. Trying to get this light adjusted right. And I'm not sure. All right. I can't tell. I'm going to call this good. I think. Oh, there we go with different colors. And then I think this is brightness. Same color, only how bright. Okay. This one, not that one. This one looks a little natural. That one's a little bit dark. That one's blue. Let's go with this one. Well, let's go with this one. There. Call it good. All right. If you're coming in to watch the replay here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And if you can do me a favor, I would love it if you would share me out. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so it's a warm one. It was 94 as of about 15 minutes ago. Let me double check. We are supposed to get a little bit of rain tonight. It is 90, but it feels like 97. That's the heat index. So yeah, it's a little warm. I'm okay with that though. I like it warm. Whoa, that was cool. We'll try it for a while. Now, at 12 midnight tonight, we have a 60% chance of rain, thunderstorms. At 1 a.m., 80%. Then it starts going back down. Tomorrow, to be Thursday, the daytime is supposed to be 86. It's supposed to be a little less humid. And partly cloudy in the morning and then sunny all afternoon. I'm good with that. Sensei Don and Dennis the Menace. Well, Dennis the Menace doesn't mind the sun too much, but Don, oh, he just can't stand it. He's okay with the heat, but sunshine, he just goes nuts. I go nuts, but in a better way. I go nuts because bring it on. You know, I can more or less burn in a few hours, and that's okay because tomorrow it'll be tan. I better get a bath tonight, or it won't. I won't get anything. It'll just be dirt. Okay, we're continuing. I don't know if we have one person in the house lurking, but we are continuing with our weekly Wednesday night series. Why do we say it? The stories behind the words, expressions, and cliches we use. Now, you can get this book, Amazon, a lot of places. Mine happened to come from a yard sale. It's in very good condition. We are still in the letter A. This is our third week. We are we are just starting with the Amen corner. Heat is bad? No, heat is good. He is good, Don. That's Sensei Don, by the way, if anybody wants to know. Of course, he's the only one here. So, yeah, last week we ended with Amen. Board Man, welcome aboard. Sensei Don, guess what? I didn't get back in the house until 10 minutes ago. At 8:15, Holly said, you got to have water. We got to have water. We got to have water. So I had to go to Myers in Cedar Springs to get water. Anyway. All right. So we are at the, thank you for sharing us out there, Kenny. The Amen Corner. I've never used that, and I've not really ever, I've heard it, but not normally. But the Amen Corner, how did the Amen Corner get its name? It started in England, though today the term refers to the section of a revival meeting where the approving sit and signify their approval by interjecting frequent amens. It originally meant the end of a street in London. You know, I keep thinking I've read this already, but anyways, it was originally meant the end of a street in London. On Corpus Christi Day, the priests went in procession to St. Paul's Cathedral, reciting the Lord's Prayer in Latin as they walked along. The prayer begins Pater Noster, and so the street was called Pater Noster Row. I'm tired, says, how's it going? Well, it's warm, but I'm okay. I don't even have the fan running right now. And she's always cold. Yeah, Michelle is always cold. So I don't have to, she's not going to complain about the heat because she loves it too. So when they got to the end of the prayer, they were at the end of the street and they turned the corner, the Amen corner. That makes sense. As the priests turned down the lane, they began chanting their Ave Maria, or Hail Mary, and so the lane was called Ave Maria Lane. And so the Amen corner was at the corner of the Pater Noster and Ave Maria, the Amen corner. I thought you'd like to know that. You notice the title, Alphabet Soup. Alphabet soup is actually a meaning in and of itself. In the 1930s, when we had the Great Depression, Franklin Delano Roosevelt became president, and he came up with all kinds of things to try to help us. There's 9 of his many. He had like over 100 different bureaucratic things that he implemented in the course of his administration and his presidency, and they all had acronyms for 3 letters or 4 letters. Like, what was it? WPA. I can't remember what it meant. Because I always remember what my dad said it meant. It meant we putter around. But it was like you could get government handout for doing work. A lot of your bridges that you cross, the little ones on roads that, I didn't even know that road was there. It's got a little bridge. If you stop and look, you'll find a little plaque somewhere. It was built by the WPA. And other projects that the WPA did. Now, anyways, because there was so many of these bureaucracies, and because they all had these different names, somebody came up with the idea that's a bunch of alphabet soup. Okay, I'll go along with that. And you'll notice in the title it talks about ASA. Okay. Now, I have no idea if there was anything that Roosevelt created that was for ASA. But when I looked up ASA, there are over 260 organizations that use ASA as their acronym, or abbreviation, if you want to call it that. Ashley Ratliff, welcome aboard. I'm tired. I want to find your channel. Timmy Ray, ahoy. Timmy's saying hi to everybody. You're going to race this past Saturday? Okay. Sunday. I don't have my glasses on. Well, there's a reason for that. I see better without them, but I still have to lean forward just a little bit to read the chat. All right. Yeah. ASMR. If you go back this past week, let's see, what night was it? Today's Wednesday, Monday night. I did 4 videos. They're each 23 minutes long. Almost 24 minutes, but my camera only goes 23:43. Then it shuts off. I have to restart it. But anyways, those 4 23-minute segments are all from the storm here at Camp Lake that came in. Oh, it hit about 10:15. And I started recording it here right to the right of me in the window. And it was cool. It was cool. I loved it. And I've gotten some compliments on it too. A couple of the compliments, they're contenders for comment of the week, as a matter of fact. But you'll notice that there's an acronym, ASMR. Well, that actually has a meaning. Acronymous something. I don't know. Can't remember. It's your reaction to the sounds. You know, for me, rain, thunderstorms, that put me right to sleep. And that's true for a lot of people. So you can find lots of ASMR recordings of storms. And some of them aren't real storms. They've been synthesized. And I'm not saying that those aren't bad or not good. They're very good. But I still think a real storm, if I could learn how to loop, if I was an editor, I don't have editing stuff. Linda Barker, welcome aboard, and you're one of the contenders for comment of the week so far. Keep getting these pop-ups about Tom Hanks. Guess he's not doing so hot. Anyway, why isn't he doing so hot when it's pretty warm out? You'd think he'd be doing good. Maybe he doesn't like heat. Kind of like my boss. My boss won't work in this. He's scared to work in this now after having heat stroke. I can see that. You just got to keep, yes, you are, Linda. You just got to keep yourself hydrated. Don't go without water. Make sure you drink water. Your body will tell you when you need water. And if you ignore it, you could end up with heat stroke. Don't ignore that. Drink water. Yeah, Linda, you made a comment on the, I think it was the ASMR one, number 4. I can't remember what I titled it, but it was the 4th one in that series. So, or no, maybe it was the first one. Yeah, it was the first one. You said you were listening to my storm while you were listening to your own storm. I bet you slept well. Yeah, I heard the humidity is supposed to come down a little bit, actually, starting here tomorrow afternoon. I don't know about you in Ohio, but I know it's supposed to come down. There sure are a lot of people, unfortunately, are suffering from the heat. That's a big, it's a good thing the weather came along so we can talk about the weather. Or complain about it. I'm not complaining. I'm tickled. In fact, I'm tickled pink. And yesterday we had a pink sky for about, at least a half an hour. I thought my eyes were going funny. I was working on white siding. I was cutting it in small pieces so it would fit in a bucket. No, I haven't. I haven't gotten to it yet, Tinny. I am so sorry. But I'm in scrapping. When I'm not scrapping, I'm sleeping. Gotta get this yard cleaned up. Anyway, so I'm cutting siding. And it's white siding, and all of a sudden it's like, it's pink. Kind of like my face looks right now. That color, that shade, a pink. Like, what in the world? And then I looked up in the sky, and like, the whole sky, which was partly overcast a little bit, was pink. That was kind of weird. I have seen it before. I looked it up today. It means you have pollution. Really, that's part of what's causing it. It's the refraction of the light at a certain time where the sun is at a particular spot, and it's coming through the clouds, coming through the atmosphere and whatever's in the atmosphere. Now, I know that I remember red sky in the morning, sailors take warning, and the red sky at night, sailors delight. Well, apparently there's a meaning behind a pink sky in the morning and a pink sky at night, almost the same thing. On a spiritual sense, a pink sky means really good things. I guess it could be anything, whatever you want it to be. Yeah, 4 a.m. Yeah, it's good that you drink the water. And I will tell you this, Ken, I learned this, when I had the bad health in the last couple of years. Coffee is a diuretic. In other words, it will make you urinate more than normal. Now, you'd think water would be the, contributing factor to urinating. Actually, it's not. Water is a contributing factor to sweating. And sweating is perfect. In other words, there are people that have difficulty. They don't sweat. You might want to feel sorry for them because without sweating, the body has a tendency to overheat. Sweating is your way to cool off. And some people don't. And there are people who sweat profusely. A guy I picked up scrap from today, he was sweating like crazy, but he was cool with it. He's like, this feels great. Well, there wasn't even hardly any breeze, and he was just, I feel so good. I knew he did. I could tell. A pink glow to everything. That's true. That's what it was, Sensei Don. You were there. Ahoy, Jill. Yeah, red at night, Sailor's Delight. Jill, did you do any videos on your travels? Inquiring minds want to know. So yeah, it was pretty weird. All right. The next word is amethyst. Now, I think of amethyst as a type of gemstone. I have no idea what they're going to tell us here as a cliche or as a, what does amethyst have to do? What is it? Okay. Amethyst. What is the meaning of the word amethyst? Literally, not intoxicating. It's in quotations. Amethyst supposedly literally means not intoxicating. The word is Greek, and the Greeks believed that wine drunk from an amethyst cup was not intoxicating. Kenneth needs to buy a Ford Pinto for dirt track. Okay, Joe. Well, we don't mind meeting your family, too. So, anyways, the Greeks believe that the wine drunk from an amethyst cup. Can you imagine what that? How expensive would that be today? An amethyst cup? That's a lot of amethyst, in my opinion. Or wearing a ring with a stone in it was considered sufficient protection from getting drunk, I guess. Well, I don't need one anymore. But maybe we should get one for Dennis and Meadows. All right. Ampersand. That is the and sign. You know, it's. Well, here, I'll show you. I don't know. Maybe I can get this close enough. We'll see. Why would you want to do that? Linda's not talking to Jill. She's talking to me. All right. The ampersand. Why do we call the and sign an ampersand? I have no idea. I thought it was part of, when you want to more or less cuss, and you use those uppercase symbols, including the percent sign, the ampersand, and the pound key, which everybody calls hashtag these days. Yeah. The ampersand, oh boy. All right. Now this one's got me too. The old horn books. The hell's a horn book? I think it means textbook. The old horn books from which children once learned their letters listed the letters of the alphabet. Alphabet starts with A, just so you know, and ended this list with and, the symbol. The children were taught their letters by being made to recite A by itself A, B by itself B, etc. However, they often use a Latin form, A per se A, B per se B, and so on. When they came to a sign for and, they said and per se and per se and, ampersand. This ultimately became ampersand. The sign and, the thing, the sign, is merely a monogram of the Latin and the Italian word for and. And it's got the ET there. So what does that mean? Example? I don't know. I'll have to look that one up too. Probably something I missed in school. Charlie said, he said you need a kid go-kart to ride around your yard. Well, that John Deere tractor is running now. So we got some ideas. Yeah, hey, they gave it away. They said, that's junk. I cleaned the battery terminals and jump-started off the truck. Started right up. And it will every time now. I think sometimes my dad was right. People will get rid of something when the ashtray gets dirty. Amuck. That's our next word. A-M-U-C-K, amok. Now, to me, that means things are pretty messed up. I don't know what it means, though. I have not read it. Where did we get the phrase running amok? It says from Malaya. Malays, under the influence of opium or a stimulant, sometimes became very excited. So excited that they rush about with daggers. She doesn't have one right now, and she's not from Malaya. Anyways, they ran around with daggers, killing anyone they chanced to meet and yelling, amok, amok, which means kill, kill. Wonder why, what's his name, didn't use that in Alice's restaurant. There we were, sitting on the group W bench. Kill, kill. All right. I guess we could take a look at that. Or maybe we could analyze it. That's our next word, analyze. What is the original meaning of the word analyze? The word, which comes to us from the Greek, literally means to loosen up. Analyze means loosen up. That don't flash with me. There would seem to be no connection. Oh, see, yeah, that's what I thought, between this and the word's present meaning. But the primitive method of gathering gold dust was to loosen up the earth and then toss it up into the air, just as tossing a handful of grain into the air winnows out the chaff, however you want to pronounce that. I pronounce it chaff normally, but some people pronounce it chaff. So the breezes would blow away the earth and only gold would fall back to the pan. It still don't make sense that analyze means loosen up. Analyze. That don't make any damn sense whatsoever. That's it. I quit. All right. The lawnmower races, yeah. Rig up a riding lawnmower to hook up to a planter to put out some watermelon seeds. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Unless you're planting acres of watermelons. You got a backyard, 4 rows of watermelons. Perfect. For 6 rows of watermelons, why not? And if your rows are, 4 miles long, that's your business. It's your land, your property. You want to plant 1 watermelon or 50,000 watermelons, it's up to you. And what do you want to plant it with? A planter. You want to pull it with a yard tractor, a lawnmower? Go for it. Yeah. About time. About time for what? Did I say something? About time. Well, about at least starts with A. About time. It's about space. It's about time to split this place. Or is it about time that Timmy Ray planted some watermelons? Anyway, the next word is angel. This is for you, Linda. It has to be. Why do we use the phrase to write like an angel? I never heard that. Okay. Although to sing like an angel refers to celestial song, to write like an angel refers to Angelo Verghese, a native of Crete. Or Crete, however you want to say that. It might be Crete. In the 16th century, he was employed by both Henry II and Francis I of France because of his beautiful handwriting. Well, how come we're not waiting this till the letter C for calligraphy? Whatever. I like the next one, Annie Oakley. How did we happen to call a theater pass an Annie Oakley? What? Wait a minute. And here's another one, like Almwise. Then Vita Travels Premier, Nomad Dating. Yeah. Oh, must be she's going to talk about her and Nate. Anyway. You don't sing like an angel either. You're kind of with me, cuss like a sailor. And we're still angels in our own way. An Annie Oakley is a free pass punch full of holes. Annie Oakley was a famous rifle shot who, as a part of her act, would shoot holes in a playing card held by an assistant. Now that's interesting. A free pass is an Annie Oakley because it's got holes punched in it. Or they used to do that. You know what? I probably where is it? I get my card punched at the scrapyard. I got to remember to do it tomorrow because I didn't realize I had over the necessary pounds to get a punch. Forgot. I was chatting with the girl behind the counter about one of the employees who's very sick. They have a donation thing going on for him. He's got some rare disease of some sort. He's only 25 years old, but he's an employee there at Padnos, and yeah, they're trying to collect money to help with medical bills. Anyway, long-haired, over my head words. Long-haired. Are you saying that hippies, pirates with long hair use big words? Avast swab. Hey, let's start with A. Annie Oakley isn't a big word. Well, the next one is, I have no idea what it means. I'll tell you what I think it means without reading what they say. Anti-massacre. Macassar. Well, to me, a macassar is, like mass shooting, a massacre. Now, anti-massacre would seem to me like the circle with the word and a big red thing, We're against mass shootings. Yeah. So that'd be anti-massacre, anti-mass shooting, anti-homicidal maniacs. I don't know. Let's see what it says. Why is a little doily on the back of a chair called an anti-macassar? In the early part of the 19th century, that would have been 200 years ago, it was a custom for men to oil their hair. I thought they did that in the 1950s. The most popular hair oil was so in the early part of the 19th century. So they are talking 1950s or earlier than 1950s. To me, the early part of the 19th century would have been 1800s. I should never be a proofreader. I'd probably be fired because the authors would be too embarrassed to hire me. They wouldn't like me, just like neighbors don't like me. Oh, come on. If you can spell intellectually, Sensei Don, that's a big word too. So, anyways, the most popular hair oil was known as oil of Macassar. Macassar, that was a country. Careful housekeepers found that a piece of cloth placed on the chair where the head rested afforded protection against oil spots on the upholstery. Hence the name anti-macassar for a chair doily. Now, see, I know what a doily is. My mom used to have them all over the place, and they were on the chair just like that. Oh, and on the arms of chairs. Okay, it makes sense now. Dad comes in with his greasy elbows and arms like me from working on something, sit in the chair. Yeah, doily makes sense. Or at least an arm cover. You still see that. You can buy them. You can buy a new chair and it's got a piece of cloth the same color as the rest of the chair on the arm. Makes sense. I need a tiller that goes 60 miles an hour. You know, we just had a tiller here today. I don't know how fast it is, but it's old enough that you have to wrap the rope around the engine. The you know what I mean? The crankshaft, you have to wrap a rope around the end of the crankshaft and pull it to start. That's how old it is. But it works. Works just fine. Dennis cut out a hole, and it's going to take, I think, what holds that goofy rope crank on, the whatever, the crank. I think it takes like a number 16 or number 17, or probably an SAE, who knows what size, inch and a half, I don't know. But anyways, he wants to put a socket on there. I mean, a permanent socket. So all you got to do is go in there with the extension driver on your battery drill or drill and just go, whoop, and spin it like 3 times and it'll fire right up. Yeah. A 60-mile-an-hour tiller. We may have one. Or actually, it's down with the neighbors now. Dennis took it down there because they've been wanting to till their garden. And I think he went down there and did it for them with our tiller that we got as scrap. Linda Barker, I've only seen tillers who push along. Yeah, or pull. Oh, wait. A tiller. That's another name for those. We had one as a kid. We'd till the garden. I mean, the new garden. And we also use it in between, the rows as the summer went on to try to keep the weeds down a little bit in between the rows of tomatoes, corn, whatever. Buckeye Kitty, the Weather Boys, Tar Baby, and the best cat dad ever. She loves those cats. All right. Father's Day for the daddy cat. Okay, never mind. Tracy's here. Welcome aboard. I hope it's warm where you are, and that you remember how cold it was when you were at home. All right. So we've gone through doilies in the letter A. The anti-macassar. The anxious seat. Now, to me, that would be like when you see somebody scratching their behind and you say, oh, you're picking your seat for the show? That's what I would say. And 9 times out of 10, they'd either laugh or the 1% of the time they get turned around and slapped. Or I've been even accused of trying to incite a race riot for saying something that person considered inappropriate. Well, I thought it was funny as hell, but they didn't. Okay, I'll tell you what it was. I was in a Burger King in Grand Rapids. And this is in the 70s, late 70s, like 79, maybe 1980. I was at the Burger King on Fuller and Michigan Avenue with my wife, my first wife, and standing in line. It was around 5 o'clock, 5:30, standing in line. And the lady in front of me, she stepped back. She was with her friends, and she stepped back and she actually bumped into me. And she said, "Excuse me." And I said, "Why? Did you fart or something?" Oh, wrong thing to say to that girl. Holy cow. She just ripped in me. My wife was looking for a hole to crawl in and hide. Well, this black chick just ripped me a new one. No sense of humor. And there's Christian. Welcome aboard, mateys. You and Tracy are wonderful. Cold and raining. You guys, I thought you guys were going to leave out of there. Hey, you know what? I am sorry. I don't like the cold. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the heat, but don't look at me. I love the heat. And hey, I live right by a lake. If I get too bad, I'll just go down there and fall off Dennis the Menace's dock. Wait, he didn't put it in yet. There's a kiddie pool right out the front door. I can fall in there. I got a shower. Hey, I can get cool. It's the wintertime that bothers me because it's harder to get warm. But getting cool, nothing to it. Turn on a fan. Drink some water. Sweat. Have some air blowing. Go for a drive. As mom and dad used to say, let's go for a drive and get the stink blowed off of us. All right. Anxious seat is the next one. Oh, James is here. Welcome aboard. It's called the anxious seat. Where did we get the expression anxious seat? This term came into popular use in the 1820s and the 30s at Methodist revival meetings. Uh-oh. Those about to be converted were asked to walk the sawdust trail, up to the front of the congregation where special seats were provided for them. It was the custom of the revivalists to refer to the occupants of these seats as glaring examples of the evils of sin, often citing by chapter and verse their individual misdeeds. This is like Judgment Day. This, no doubt, is what made them anxious, and that's what gave the seats their name. Well, that's interesting. I learned something. The anxious seat. It's not about scratching your butt. It's the anxious seat. Of course, if I was up there, which, yes, I've been there, but not really. So it was different for me. But the Methodist preacher would probably accuse me, or the revivalist would accuse me of scratching my butt in public. Evil, evil, evil. We got 15 more minutes of my bull crap. Wait, that's a few weeks from now when we're doing the bees. Remind me of that in January. Yep. Uh-oh, Jill had to go. Sorry. See you later. Bon voyage, Jill. Glad you came aboard. Spell it, okay? Spell what? Bullcrap? Bullcrap. Or you're talking about anxious seat. Anxious. Or you want me to spell the next word? The next word is Apache. Now, what could this be about? Oh, this is interesting. How did the Apache of Paris come to have the same name as the American Indian. All right. The French Apache was named for the American Apache Indian by Emile Darcy, a reporter on the Paris newspaper Le Figaro. Figaro. The term was adopted by M. Lepin, the Paris prefect of police, and so given official sanction. Oh, anxious seat. I'll get back to that in a minute. It was used to designate the gangs of rowdies who ran riot in Paris up to the outbreak of World War I. Then these gangs were rounded up and put in the front line. A simple way of eliminating most of them. Whoa. That's like, it's almost like not murder, but execution. Interesting. Capital punishment in a different way. It still don't make sense to me what the hell Apache and American Indians in Paris have to do with that. And what is that other thing of Paris? Plaster of Paris. Probably won't get to that till peas. No, I don't have to pee yet. So the anxious seat. You want me to repeat that one of the? Baja, yeah. So you're going to plan to be in Baja, California in January. Fantastic. Let's hope that some other pandemic or some other bullcrap thing doesn't happen between now and then. I've had it with stuff like that. You know, scrap is down and gas is up, and nobody's making any money scrapping right now because you're spending it in gas tank. It's crazy. Whew. So the anxious seat with the that was where you're sitting in the seat about to be become Christian, and the minister, the revivalist, is pointing out every one of your bad deeds to everybody in the audience. Yeah, I could make the seat a little anxious, I suppose. You don't understand. Yes, it is 2 words. Anxious seat, S-E-A-T. So it is a little different than ampersand or anti-massacre. Annie Oakley is 2 words. All right. Apex. Now, to me, I use Apex. A-P-E-X. I use that. I call it, it's where this is the apex, the top, like the top of a pyramid or the peak of the roof on a house or whatever. Or you could even say this is the apex of, it's like accomplishment. You've reached the pinnacle, the top. You've completed it. I don't know if that's what they're going to tell us it means. Yeah. Apex. Why is the topmost part of something called its apex? Okay. The priests of ancient Rome wore a cap which fitted close to the head. Atop this cap, they wore a pointed olive wood spike. This spike was called an apex. Since the apex was the highest piece of the priest's garb, we call the highest of anything the apex. It seems to me like the Catholic Church had a lot of influence on our words. Apex. Why? Why? Because I said so. said mothers everywhere. All right, apple cart. Oh, Van Vita's her live stream. We'll go there in a few minutes. Anyways, the apple cart. What is the reason we use the phrase upset his apple cart to mean disaster? Well, to me, that's easy. I'm not even going to read it, the definition, until I say what I think it is. It just means that, everything's going good. You're going to market with your cart full of apples to sell, and some jackrod tips it over somehow. Oh, Todd's here. Welcome aboard, dude. Or a mountain. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, the top of a mountain could be called an apex. So we're on apple cart now. That's 2 words, apple cart. What is the reason we use the phrase upset his apple cart to mean disaster? The apple cart referred to is the human body. Ever since Adam was banished from Eden, man has carried the apple, that is, original sin, within himself. And so to upset a man's apple cart is to upset not only what he is trying to do, but the man himself. Okay, I can sort of see that. It's deep, but I can sort of see it. What about you, Michelle? She don't care. She doesn't care. She has a bug on her nose. She don't care. You can't see it. Till the light. There's a stink bud on her nose. But I'm not going to swat it off her nose because it's a stink bud. All right. Apple of discord. Now, I've heard this, but certainly not something I use. Michelle is creepy. I know she's possessed, but she's okay. Most of the time. The pranks that she plays in the house, I think we blame 90% of them on Holly. There. Apple of discord. We probably got one more after this, and then we'll go raid Van Vita. Apple of discord. Does the apple of discord refer to the apple eaten by Adam and Eve? What do you think? Apple of discord. Does it refer to the apple in actually manifesting stink bugs? Who, Michelle or Holly? Could be me. Oh, I need a shower. Does that apple of discord mean the apple in Genesis, Adam and Eve, blah, blah? No, it doesn't. The allusion is to Greek mythology. At the marriage between Thetis and Pallas, discord threw a golden apple on the table. I never heard of discord as a Greek person or whatever. Discord threw a golden apple on the table, saying that it was for the most beautiful goddess there. Now, Juno, Minerva, and Venus, or Juno, Minerva, and Venus, all claimed it. Paris was called upon to settle the point and decided in favor of Venus. Juno and Minerva felt spiteful, and it was because of this, according to the story, that Troy fell. Really? Wait a minute. I thought Troy was destroyed because no. I don't know how Troy was destroyed, but I know that Troy, the Trojans, and Helen of Troy, who was the leader, and they made this gift to give to whoever it was, the Trojan horse. I'm still wondering, why do we have prophylactics and Trojans? Well, I guess we'll wait till T's for that one. Or P's, whichever comes first. R? S. All right. This might be the last one. That's a keeper, Beauregard. A bone of contention. You know, it could be. They smell like cilantro. We have an apple box from John Brown Farm in Sparta, Michigan. Scrapper John, right across the street, is hauling scrap from John Brown's farm to Padnos, where I haul my scrap. I was speaking to him tonight. Yeah, John, his last name is John, G-E-E. Anyways, he works at John Brown's, and he's been there forever, and it's almost a wonder he doesn't own the place. Now, John Brown has since retired completely. There is a new, I'm sure John Brown's still got money coming out of it, but he's retired to Florida now and staying there. But the name continues with the business, and it's basically under new directors, if you will. Troy-Bilt, yeah, that's a manufacturer. I don't think they make Trojans. Represents strength. Well, there you go, Linda. Now we don't have to talk about rubbers or, birth control. Yeah. There's Blaine. Welcome aboard. Hey, people, you got to watch Blaine's stuff. It's relaxing. I find it relaxing. I know some people probably say a casino is no good. It's not relaxing, da-da-da. I always found it kind of fun and relaxing. Video games for kids or for adults. Thanks, Blaine. That's Michelle. That's her name. And she is possessed by the spirit who's been here all along, even since before Michelle. Yeah, Michelle and I got here at the same time 10 years ago. Anyways, Rippy, thank you for that, Beauregard. All right, one more, and then we're going to go raid Van Vita. The apple of the eye. Why is a loved one called the apple of the eye? The apple of the eye is correctly the pupil. The pupil. Okay, so there, my pupil is the apple. And the term apple is probably a corruption of pupil. Could be. Although people originally thought the pupil of the eye was a little round ball like an apple. In any event, the illusion is to the image of the adored person, so filling the pupil of the eye that nothing else can be seen. The illusion is to the image of the adored person, so filling the pupil of the eye that nothing else can be seen. Now, I said it more properly with the right inflections. It makes a difference. All right, that's it for the A's for tonight. Other than unless you want applause. That's an A word too. All right. Linda, can you put up a link to Van Vita Travels? We'll go over there and do a raid. There's only 6 of us here, but let's do a raid on Van Vita. And from what I understand, according to the title, she's talking about nomad love. Yeah, her and Land Cloud. they're the thing. Nate. Thank you, Linda. Now, upcoming Saturday, our normal stuff on Saturday, guess the channel, noon, also at 6 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have the comment of the week, and Linda's up for the running in that one, and so is Todd Johnson. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a scratch off in the evening if somebody guesses. Maybe we'll do 2 scratch offs. You don't know. Maybe we'll do 3. Who knows? In the meanwhile, there'll probably be at least one more video. I'm super busy with scrapping, and I got to keep concentrating on that. But I may get to... Oh, that's all right. Everybody can find their way to Van Vita Travels. Just go to YouTube and type in Van Vita Travels. Boom, you'll find it. It says she's live. Oh, no. Okay, Linda. Don't worry about it. We love you anyway. You're the apple of our eye. Okay. And if you can't sleep, listen to my ASMRs from a couple days ago. The Camp Lake Storm. Or Sparta Storm. Whatever you want to call it. And in the meanwhile, peace, love, dove. No, wait. Fair winds and smiles. Peace out. No. Fair winds and smiles. And of course, may God bless. Good night, everyone. See you over at Van Vita Travels. That's 3 words. Van Vita, V-I-D-A, Travels. I'm going to end the broadcast. Click on End Broadcast, and it wants to know, do you want to end the broadcast? Yes. Bye.